So I'm pretty sure that Shepard is not only returning in the next Mass Effect, they're coming back twice, but it's still hugely up in the air which one will be our Shepard from the trilogy. The tea leaves of teases I've been reading, though, do point to one Shepard prevailing. Let's dive into how it's possible for two Shepards to return, go over why this might happen, and figure out which Shepard is most likely our original. First up, the how. I've gone over this first Shepard return in my last video, so I'll keep this section brief. On last year's N7 Day, Gamble was directly asked if the new N7 was a person or a robot/AI, to which Gamble replied, "What's a person?" This same question was also asked in the book Mass Effect Initiation about a version of Sam, who was an artificial intelligence built by Alec Ryder. So I think Gamble was trying to link this AI thread to the new N7. And this N7 Day, the N7's coat was revealed to be named Spectre of Battles Past, which translates to Ghost of Battles Past. Coupling this with the helmet's visor, general shape and look, and the potential speakers on the side, I'm leaning towards the N7 being the AI form of one N7 in particular, that N7 being Shepard, who is the only N7 from the games who eventually became a Spectre. Initiation also set up the Systems Alliance as dabbling dangerously with AI, so my current theory is that this N7 was built by the Systems Alliance using Shepard's battle data, because they lost their best N7 during the Reaper War. Does that mean that the battle data uploaded to this Shepard AI makes this our Shepard? To answer that, we first have to figure out how the second Shepard is coming back, which involves the weird and wonderful world of quantum mechanics. I spent about 2 years obsessing over the Game Awards teaser trailer in order to figure out all its secrets, and after watching it over 300 times, I was honestly shocked at how many secrets it held. But for now, I'll just go over the ones relevant to Shepard's second return. The first Shepard secret centers around the voices in the trailer mentioning probes, anomalies, and unknown horizons. Putting this together with multiple other teases, I firmly believe that wormhole travel is going to be involved in the next Mass Effect. And coupling this wormhole revelation with the trailer featuring Alkera, the return of Shepard 2.0 is most likely going to take a very strange turn into the quantum realm. In quantum mechanics, there's a theory called the many worlds interpretation, which proposes there are simultaneously existing parallel universes, each with its own alternative history. A very simplified view of the theory is that whenever there are multiple possibilities of an event, the timeline splits, resulting in all possibilities playing out in separate universes. Now, with this idea in mind, I analyzed the trailer from earlier and found that it's likely showing this quantum theory in action, specifically for when Shepard died the first time at the start of Mass Effect 2. So in the trailer, I think what we're seeing is the recovery of a Shepard from Alkera that was never recovered by the Elusive Man, making their recovery likely from an alternate universe. I think the dead Reapers on Alkera make this more likely, because if the Reapers are already dead, then this Shepard's recovery by this universe's Elusive Man wouldn't have been necessary in the first place. And just to be clear, I do think that Liara and crew are recovering an alternate version of Shepard, but that they themselves are from our universe, where our trilogy choices still apply. I won't go into a deeper explanation of the AU shenanigans here, but feel free to watch the in-depth explanation if you need more proof. So if this is legit, there might now be a second Shepard up and about in our original universe. But with this crazy turn of events, we have to ask ourselves, why? When I first discovered that the AU Shepard thing might actually be happening, I asked myself that very same question. But after putting my 3 brain cells on the case, I might have finally made sense of why Liara is grabbing a Shepard from an alternate universe. And it all clicks into place when we rearrange the timeline of teases. The current teases timeline is the Alkera trailer, the Geth poster, the new relay, and then the new N7. In my current theory, the Alkera trailer shows AU Shepard's recovery. The Geth poster and new relay most likely relate to Liara learning about wormhole travel, and the new N7 probably reveals a Shepard AI. If we view the timeline of events in this linear way, the order of events would be Liara grabs an AU Shepard, then looks into wormholes, and then the new Shepard AI is turned on for the first time. But if this is the case, it doesn't make any sense. Liara first needs to be aware of wormhole travel before visiting an alternate universe, and her motivation of grabbing an AU Shepard still needs to be answered. So I think the real timeline of events is this. The Shepard AI is unleashed, then Liara discovers wormhole travel is possible, then the AU Shepard is grabbed. In this way, the timeline of teases we've slowly been seeing is literally backwards. And with the timeline like this, it helps explain why the next game might feature 2 Shepards. But before we fully tackle why, we have to first answer the burning question that's bothered me since N7 Day. If the Shepard AI and the AU Shepard are both in the next game, which one of them is our original? Is our Shepard the AI with our battle data, or the one on Alkera? Are they currently in Lazarus Project 2.0, or already walking around with a new set of shoes? Is our Shepard being recovered by Liara, or the one wearing the sleek N7 coat? Did you know that you can get 10% off your pre-order of the N7 trench coat when you use code Paragon7 at checkout at Volante? Okay, wait. That last one isn't relevant to the Shepard conversation, but it is a thing you can do. As to which Shepard is ours, I have a theory that'll help answer this very intriguing question. And it centers around 2 relatively simple things: music and the Liara factor. I firmly believe that choice of music creates the greatest emotional impact to a listener and reveals the creator's intentions. When Shepard leaves Earth for the first time at the beginning of Mass Effect 3, it immediately made me feel the weight of the mission ahead, and there was no question that the story about to unfold was one of heavy emotion and hardship. So with this in mind, I think the choice of music for the Shepard AI reveals the truth behind what the Mass Effect team intended for them. It goes from hopeful and hype to shocking and mysterious right when we see their face. So based on my personal listener interpretation, I'm leaning towards the Shepard AI not being our Shepard. But there is a case to be made that it really is, which I'll get to in a bit. Before that, I want to bring up the choice in music for the AU Shepard. It's just pure hype, which I get is because it was the first reveal of what's coming next, but I simply can't get over how hopeful and hype the presentation is. Just based on music alone, if I had to bet on which Shepard was ours, I'd lean towards the AU one. But of course, we can't just use music alone, so to definitively decide which Shepard is ours, and to answer why the next game might feature 2 Shepards, the only thing we have left is the Liara factor. Going back to the timeline from before, let's say Liara learns that a Shepard AI is manufactured, and in this theory, she grabs an AU Shepard after learning this. Based on this, Liara could have 2 differing motivations depending on who the Shepard AI really is. With the first motivation, Liara's grabbing an AU Shepard to fight against the real Shepard who's been turned into an AI, which maybe for some specific reason only another Shepard can fight. Or, with her second motivation, she's grabbing an AU Shepard to combat a non-original Shepard AI, and this AU version eventually becomes our Shepard, via reincarnation of our Shepard's soul. I've gone over in a previous video how reincarnation has already been established in Mass Effect Andromeda, and that the concept of souls has been a major topic across most of the games. Obviously though, this is a pure guess. There's been no evidence from the teases of this actually happening. Regardless of that guess though, either of these Shepards being ours make for very compelling storylines. But to me, the deciding factor for which is definitively the original based on what we currently know falls on the one gamble tweet that launched the Shepard AI theory in the first place. And that's his reply of, "What's a person?" Both these storylines can answer his question. Is what makes a person the data of them? Or is it simply their body? Because of this head-scratching question, I think the true answer of which Shepard is ours will be decided by which one has the soul of our original Shepard. Mass Effect has already opened the door to AIs having a soul, with Legion's heartbreaking question of "does this unit have a soul?" being answered with Tali's yes. But as we saw with the Angara, it's already canon that organic bodies containing souls can retain the memories of their previous lives. So based on that Angaran plot thread, I personally believe that our original Shepard will be the AU Shepard. But even though it's more likely for the AU Shepard to have the soul and thus memories of our Shepard, we don't yet know what the next Mass Effect will actually hold. All I know is that if two Shepards are in the next game, it's highly unlikely that they're going to be best buddies. Based on the music of their introductions, they're probably going to be rivals, battling each other for some unknown purpose, which in my theory would make the Shepard AI one of the antagonists, and the AU Shepard one of the protagonists. But something we need to keep in mind is that none of the double Shepard shenanigans could even be possible if AU Shepard can't be grabbed. But there's plenty of evidence that the next Mass Effect is gonna break space-time to do just that, which I go over in this video. See you there!